Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. A little late. This week we're talking about laser therapy. So I went to a seminar on the weekend where we were using laser or photobiomodulation to help treat different conditions and to help the brain, help the like to help sometimes with PTSD, vagus nerve, whatever. We worked on the fascia around your pelvis that goes all the way around your head and back as well, and working on the organs. It was quite interesting to work on these things. And so we haven't really set it up today, but working on talking about how we can affect our body and how a lot of the things that happened to us in the past are actually trapped in the body, trapped in the organs, trapped in the fascia, trapped in the muscles, joints, ligaments, different parts of the brain. So it's like working on releasing the emotional things that are still trapped in the body, and using the laser and emotional releasing techniques to help shift whatever shows up. Okay, so let's work on some of these things. All right. All right, so we're going to talk about C1. So C1, if you feel just under your ears, there's a bone, and there's a little gap in there, and there's another bone directly under it, quite in a bit, and that is your C1. And sometimes it sits off to one side, or sometimes it rotates, and it can have profound effects on your nervous system. And we also talk about with allergies how your C1 can react to whatever you're allergic to, whether it's something you ate or something you breathed or something you contacted or something you drank, something electromagnetic or feelings or toxicity in the body or garbage. Sometimes we react to our own hormones or body fluids or body parts. And so working on those, and also we can have different bugs, so virus, parasite, fungus, bacteria, or even entities. So we can have reactions to any of these things. So it's like working on what's hiding underneath and releasing whatever's been stuck in the body, which often gets stuck as well in the brainstem. So between your brain and your spinal cord is what they call the brainstem. And so it controls very basic functions, the ability to breathe without thinking about it. So if people have like a head injury or a spinal injury, often the brainstem is damaged as well. So wanting to clear energy in different parts of the brain and the brainstem and in other organs. So we'll start with C1. And C1's reacting to feelings. Reacting to resentment. So we're going to say resentment from the past, age 16, 24, okay, so we're just going to take a big breath in and out. So now we're just going to plug in as if we've done some laser treatment. So the laser helps your cells um, to function more normally. It's almost like the light is of such a wavelength that it actually talks to the body and talks to the cells. All right, so sometimes the fascia around the heart can pull the heart up to the left corner, and so that will pull the right pelvis up. And so we want to release that. So often the pubic symphysis or the pubic ramus, like the bone that comes out from your pubic joint, can be sitting up and can be quite tender where the fascia attaches. So and normally it'd be on the right. In this case, it's left, and there's emotion stuck there. The feelings of self abuse. So sometimes we're not happy with ourselves. Um, and feeling powerless as well. So we're just going to breathe in and out. Good morning, Margaret. So often this it affects the umbilicus as well, so it can be pulled off to one side or the other or up. So it's like releasing that. Um, so emotions stuck in there as well. So age 16. The feeling of discouragement. And also the feeling of taken for granted, which is not a nice feeling, is it? It's like you're not appreciated or valued. So we're going to plug in the laser again around this area. And all right, so now we're going to look at the liver, because often the liver is, there's like a large ligament around the liver. So things can be stuck there too. All right, so some sort of bacteria affecting the liver. Age 6. Feeling worthless. Good morning, Jackie. Yeah, so we're talking about the fascia that's around our organs and around our heart and around our brain, and we're just releasing emotions stuck in there, and we're plugging in the effect of the laser to help the cells return to normal. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the kidneys. Normally it'd be the right kidney, but in this case it's left kidney. Feeling overlooked. Age 26. 42. Okay. So big breath in and out. So again, we're going to plug in the laser treatment around the kidneys and the fascia around the kidneys. And often it's quite sore around the kidneys, especially people that have lower back pain. Sometimes the pain is spinal or muscular or even fascial, and then sometimes it's the organs that are there, and the fascia around the kidneys can be affected. All right, so if you have somewhere in your body that is complaining, can you mention it, and so we can help clear some energy around whatever that is for you? All right, now something in your back, so T6. So T6 is the wiring to your tummy. All right, U is the sister. Age 16 again. And 26. And 45. The feeling of nervousness. So sometimes we can feel like we've always got that little bit of anxiety, or we're all always on edge. Okay, so Jackie's mentioning the right shoulder. Jackie says, I keep eating hot cross buns, hence stomach too. I know. We all like to eat our feelings down, don't we? Okay, and all right, again, that feeling taken for granted. Age 7. 39. Okay. All right, we just had a big kerfuffle just then. The video, Google Chrome just shut down, shut everything down. It's like, oh, great. So I don't know what's going to happen with that now. All right. Okay. Anyway, so sorry about that. We lost the Google Chrome just shut everything. So some of them will let me back in and some of them won't, and I have to reset them up. So that's annoying. Okay. Oh, hi, Jackie. All right. So we were talking about your right shoulder and your tummy. So the tummy first. So what's coming up is unhappy with this time of life. All right, so let's say the opposite. Why am I so happy? So age 6 hiding in here. And 16, 19, 24, 36, 40, 43, 48. I guess when we're younger, we wish for things to be different. And sometimes we wish our life away. As we get older, we may have regrets about the past. Maybe we could have done things a little bit differently, a little better. All right, a little bit in the crown chakra. Often we have difficult situations in our life and we don't like them, but often it's great lessons. Okay. Jackie says, my brother and partner had a big argument on Sunday. I was frightened they were going to come to blows. Oh, dear. Now my partner wants to move my dad out as he's very negative. He has no peace while he's here, which is all the time practically. Oh, that's a lot to digest, isn't it? And that's hard with your dad too. Where would he go and what would he do? All right, we'll be in the throat chakra. Using busyness as a way of avoiding truth. Okay. All right, age 18. All right, I'm ready to commit to investing in myself. And sometimes it takes until we get older and a little bit more decrepit that till we are ready to invest in ourselves. Sometimes we just don't feel like we're worth it or we don't want to do that. All right, so we were talking about the kidneys before and releasing stuff. We're talking about the stomach now. So the stomach is very close to the heart. So sometimes when the stomach is very stressed and it pushes up, it will make less room for the heart. So now we're going to talk about the heart. There's a huge ligament around the heart. It's called the sphenico-pericardial ligament. So it's a massive ligament that goes around the heart and attaches all into the bottom of your diaphragm. And so sometimes the heart gets quite affected by this ligament. So freeing up the ligament helps us, helps our heart to be freer. And also there's usually emotions stuck in the heart as well. So all right, so you, the daughter, again, age 16, 53. Jackie's asking, why do others not want to gain growth and keep pulling others down with them? Some people, we talk about like the camp of faith and the camp of fear. So in the camp of fear, there's no learning and growth. It's like you've got a sword and you're ready to fight whatever might happen. So you can never feel comfortable and safe. So you can't learn and you can't grow. And so there is the assumption too that everyone is out to get us. And so people in that fight or flight mode, in the camp of fear, definitely are not able to learn and grow. So the only time we can learn and grow is when we're in the camp of faith, when we feel safe and comfortable and we're relaxed enough to learn and make progress. So when people are stuck in that camp of fear, there is no growth, there is no learning. And so then they perceive you as the enemy because they think everybody's against them. All right, so in this case, you, the daughter of birth dad, feeling obnoxious. So sometimes we do feel obnoxious, don't we? And sometimes we feel that our parents are not understanding us, or we might feel like they're the enemy, and we may, want to go and sneak around them, or we, avoid them, especially those younger ages we're talking about. All right, so I'm forgiving my dad for failing to protect me. This is birth dad. All right, age 20. Feeling cranky. So we're going to plug in some fascial release around the stomach and also the laser to help change the cells now that we're clearing the emotions that are stuck in there. So big breath in and out. Age 43, stuff again stuck in the heart. Feeling panic. And let's say I forgive all the difficult men in my life. And we'll say I forgive them for failing to be what I needed them to be. I'm going to talk a bit about the shoulder. Holding on to too much strain in the shoulder. Focusing on problems rather than solutions. Focus your attention on your shoulders. How do they feel? Are they tired or relaxed? So this is from Ina Siegel's book. Become aware of the responsibility you carry in your shoulders. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine releasing all your worries as if they were big rocks that you could throw away. You can use your hands to take the rocks out of your shoulders and throw them into an imaginary ocean. Divine Healing Intelligence, please release all strain, stress, worry, insecurity, overwhelm, hurt, rejection, and sadness from my shoulders, as well as all points of view, positive and negative charge, and all patterns that contribute to this condition. And then she says, repeat clear until you feel a shift. Take a deep breath in and tighten your shoulders. Hold your breath for 5 seconds. Then exhale slowly and completely relax your shoulders. So do this several times until they feel lighter. Rotate your right shoulder in a circular motion to the front for 15 seconds, then rest for 15 seconds. Repeat this 3 times, and then do the same for going towards the back and then on the left shoulder. So Divine Healing Intelligence, please install courage, balance, confidence, and joy into my life. Assist me to find blessings and opportunities even in the most challenging experiences. Thank you. All right, and we're going to use a color here. So the color is blue. All right, so blue creates a sense of tranquility, serenity, and peace by soothing the mind. It helps to calm nerves, destroys infections, and purifies your aura. It can lead people to their truth and connection with the divine. Immersing yourself in blue rays helps protect you from dense energies and brings you back to your center. It is the color of patience, faith, acceptance, and forgiveness, and independence. So blue assists with detoxifying and clearing skin problems. It helps to bring blood back to normal when it's inflamed or overactive. Blue has a calming effect when people feel nervous, manic, or overexcited. It can help an introverted person to come out of hiding. Wear blue hues to improve your memory, let go of emotional pain, and connect to your wisdom. Blue can also assist you to improve your communication abilities, dissolve fear, and give you the confidence to speak up. Okay, so we're going to plug in the blue vibration. All right. All right, so anyone else has parts that are complaining? All right, a feeling of humiliation. Age 8. How's your parts? That I reacted right. Humiliation. Okay, age 8. So let's say I can digest my family. Age 3. And it is hard, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Jackie says new school fears at age 8. Right. It is hard to go to a new school. People already have set friend groups, and it takes time to be trusted and to be accepted. So it does make it very difficult when you change schools or, move or go to a different area. So we're just going to ask to release the trauma that's stuck in your heart from that time. She said age 3, no memories. Something to do with your dad. Oh, especially with fuzzy hair. Oh. Feeling sad. And sometimes we can feel these different feelings and we can't really understand, why do I feel this now? There's no reason for me to feel this. So sometimes the feelings that we're feeling are feelings that have been stuck in our body for years. And sometimes, like when we're going through a particularly different time, and if we have some sort of trauma attached to that, if we've had a fall or we've hit our head or someone fell on us or, other traumatic things can have happened, and that gets stuck in our brainstem or gets stuck in our organs. All right, so again, plugging in the laser treatment around the heart area and PTSD. So what traumatic events have happened that are stuck in your body. She said, I asked Dad what was happening. He said he doesn't remember. No. I guess in your case, it can be your brother not conforming. What comes up under the PTSD is fears asking for help. All right, so we're going to plug in the laser again on over our brain on different parts that are where this is stuck. Good morning, Janet. Where is the energy stuck in your body? So Jackie's asking who's going to help and how. I think that's where our prayer and meditation comes in too, that we actually ask for the help and then we have to be willing to accept the help because we don't know exactly how it's going to come and it may not come in the format that we expect. All right, so Janet's saying her right knee. Some emotion stuck in that knee. Feeling unprotected. Back to the who's going to help and how. Sometimes when we've had really difficult problems, my husband and I, or sometimes myself, we have fasted just like for a day at a time, which suppresses your body but opens your spirit to more spiritual answers. Jackie says, all of us have PTSD. Prayers and worship music is my go-to. Yeah, I think that's very important. And it's like these things have to become part of our regular schedule so that we take time to feed our spirit and take time to nurture our spirit. And of course, all these experiences we have, in the end, God uses them for our good, even though they feel like crap at the time. So no hot cross buns for fasting and prayer. Not the day that you're fasting. All right. Again, that feeling in that knee, feeling unprotected. So let's say God protects me, but you don't feel that at the moment. All right. And this is generational baggage from your mum as well. And she wasn't protected either, was she? All right, so the opposite of unprotected is protected, guarded, secure, and strengthened. So you're not feeling strengthened. age 3. Current issues with daughter's health, right? Sometimes we want to take our children's problems away, which is normal and natural, but is that what's best for them? That's sometimes the question, isn't it? Like, some of our biggest growth and learning comes through our difficulties, doesn't it? It's where we gained resilience and where we learnt how to grow despite what happened. All right, so my daughter is safe. You don't feel that. All right, I easily see the lessons to be learnt from my challenges. I forgive my boyfriend. It's something he doesn't do. All right, so fixations, complexes or neurotic attachments affecting emotional nature. So when she was 26, 29. All right, so we're talking about vibration. So sometimes we are not operating at a high level when we're in low vibration. That's like shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire. She's stuck in willingness. So people that are optimists and seeing life as one big possibility, which is good, and not being satisfied with being complacent. You begin to develop self-discipline and willpower and learn the importance of sticking to a task till the end. Then we bumped up to 390, and this is the level of acceptance. Here's where you begin to set and achieve goals and to actively push yourself beyond your previous limitations. Up to this point, you've generally reactive to what life throws at you. Here's where you turn that around, take control, and become proactive. All right, so we're sending that off to your daughter, Janet. And we're going to plug in some laser on your knee. All right, so, okay. Any other things that anyone wants to bring up before we close the call? Sorry about the disruption earlier. That definitely was annoying. She said, thank you, has fixed illusions, Ray family who live and supporting her. Jackie, have a lovely Easter break. Thank you, Jackie. You too. And it is a wonderful thing to remember, isn't it, that we can live again. I'm grateful for the Saviour's atonement and grateful for his help in our life when, there are times when we feel like nobody loves us. But the Saviour always loves us and he's always actively pursuing us. He never stops chasing after us. And so we have to allow him in to help us in our life. She said, thank you, the shoulder feels less stuck. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you for those that jumped on, and especially when you jumped on again when the call dropped out. Really appreciate that. Sending you a big hug. See you.